Hello everybody. Today I want to take you over through the exciting HR information system developed by Husys. This is a cloud-based system and requires no installation at the customer's end. Husys takes care of the deployment of the system for you, so all you need is a computer with an internet connection. We also have developed a mobile application and it is almost under beta testing. First, let us get into the system. So this is how your system looks like. First, let's get into this. I didn't press my okay. Um, I guess my network is little slow, but let's talk about it while this loads up. Let me give you a brief introduction of what the system is. So this is a human resource information system that is developed by Husys. I know there are lots of vendors out there for HRMS and HRIS, but our system is designed based on several years of HR experience that Husys has. And this particular system is a modularized system. What I mean by modularized system is every we have divided various functions of HR into modules, so that depending upon the requirements of various clients, we provide them one or more or several of these modules as per their requirements. And also some companies may have one process, another company may have another process, and some may or may not be using the same kind of processes. So based upon various functions we have created these modules, and we have several modules, but just in the interest of time I'll just take you through a couple of them, like actually three of them. uh, so first I want to tell you what the system looks like. I mean, as you see, like you see a cockpit for the employees, where like you can find the information about every employee. Like for example, I'll just show one of the employee information. Mind, I can actually bet that most of the HRIS systems out there, they don't carry so much of information. But for us, the employee information is the key for any HR system, which actually a lot of people may not agree, but the key is the employee information, because that is where people come into and look for. So lot of the HR operations in a company are revolved, or they revolve around the HR information system and the employee information. So that's the reason we have given high priority to this one. And now let me talk a little bit about one of the complex modules that we have, which is, as you all agree, the payroll system. So payroll in any country, and especially in India, often gets really complicated, and depending upon the tax structures, requirements, and all those things, like you have a lot of payroll activity happening. And based upon our experience, one solution doesn't fit everyone. So what we have done is, like, we have created the system in such a way that you can define your own salary structures, you can define the rules for uh, uh, each of the salary structures, and even in the rule, like, we need to provide a lot of configurability, and also like associate it with the tax and all those things. So this particular system that we have, like, you see a lot of configuration items over here. Like, you can define salary structures, you can define rules, and actually what we have done here is little high, that we have actually created a hierarchy of structures also. In some cases what happens is, like, you have a person may want to have little change in his salary, and what we could do is, like, for one person or a set of person, we can just create a new salary structure depending upon an existing one. So with that, I mean, like, just in configuration you have several options, and at the same time, like, you can actually generate the pay slips. You can generate the employee pay slips, you can also generate the pay slips in batches. uh, I mean, you can do a lot of things here. To summarize this, or to just talk in a few words, All you need to do is the salary or the CTC or whatever you measure it in of an employee, and the system takes care of everything else. You just need to define it once on how you want to structure the salaries, and it takes care of the monthly generation of the monthly paychecks, filing of the statutory compliances, filing of taxes. I mean, not exactly the taxes, because it, for a company, like, you have a lot other factors, but filing the TDS returns, filing the ESI returns, all those things, like whatever is needed from the uh, HR part of the payroll, that will be done. And actually, you have an option to even link to your accounting system, where the entire transactions will be can be imported into your accounting system, whatever accounting system you have. So this is an end-to-end payroll solution. And not just like some companies may not have that complicated payroll system, so it is like the system can scale as you grow, or the scale as you require. So for smaller companies, or companies which don't have too much complicated payroll structure, it is simple for them. And also for companies, large organizations which have various specific payroll needs, even that can be catered to. Okay, so this is how your payroll system looks like. Let me, just in the interest of time, I just want to go into a different module, which is the leave management module. The reason why I have picked payroll leave management, and I'll talk about another module little later, which is expense management system. The leave management system is kind of not so complicated or not so complex. At the same time, it is not a simple thing. So what we have is like the leave management system, but here also, like, various companies have various leave types, they have various leave structures. Leave structures meaning, like, they have various rules for the leaves. So what we have done is, like, we have given the flexibility for the companies to define their own structure of how the leave should be, and then the system will automatically take care of uh, creating the rules and all those things. So you can actually define, like, I'll show you a simple example here. Like, we have made our system in such a way that you can actually do a you can define your rules in this system. And like, you have lot of configuration parameters for every single rule, which is like amazing. uh, and actually, I have if you go to any companies, like, you don't see that many leave structures, but still, like, the reason why we have so many structures here is, like, I want this to be a single cockpit for managing multiple locations in a company also, because the local leave rules may change. Like, some companies may mandate having I mean, some locations may mandate having certain leave rules, and then, some other locations may have different rules. So, just to cater to those kinds of requirements, we have made it as flexible as possible. Okay, and not just defining the rules, but also, like, using the system, you can actually request for leave, you can get it approved, and also you can actually view the summary also. And this, like, you can have a calendar view of the rules, like, you can apply for the rule based upon what is needed, like, what is the uh, description of this leave, and who is applying, and for what employee, for which employee you are applying, and all those things. Like, I mean, this is like any other application kind of thing. But the good thing about our system here is, like, your request can be done, and if you have and for when managers log in, they get the list of all the leaves that they have to approve, and they can approve right there itself. So the entire workflow process of leave is automatically taken care of. It doesn't stop here. What happens is, like, once the leave has been approved, it actually goes into the leave system and deducts the leave. It also informs the attendance system, which in turn informs the payroll system. So everything is integrated. So you don't really need to go through multiple hops here. So each and every step here is modularized, where like you can handle things one at a place, but at the same time it informs the other modules, or it keeps every other system in sync. Isn't that great? Yeah, I feel so, because I mean, instead of running around and getting the information from various places, that is, I think this is a better way. Uh, I'll now move on to the next one. This is a simple thing like expense tracker. The reason why I showed this is like the system is not only for complicated things like leave, payroll, training, appraisals, and all those things, but even for managing petty things that happen in a company. So what happens is, like from the HR point of view, like an uh, employee has a lot of expenses and he has to do an I mean expense reporting, and also like filing the receipts and all those things. So this system allows the person to do it, and also all the approval process, accounting, and reimbursement, and those kinds of things will be taken care through the system. So it is a one shot expense management system also, and it's a very simple thing, so you don't really need to learn or learn this particular system. It just happens. I mean, you just, I mean, have you ever seen somebody learning using Gmail or Facebook? This is as simple as that. You can figure it out once you log into the system. We have purposefully made the user interface in such a way that it caters to the needs. Okay, so these are the uh, types of modules that we have. Like in addition to this, like we have several modules. This is a generic system that we have developed, and based upon the generic system, like what we thought was like, since it's a generic system developed from an open source software, the quality of this is really really high, because it is being tested by several people in the world. At the same time, we didn't compromise on the functionality of it. Based upon what we have at Husys, we have made sure that this caters to the exact needs of HR without introducing any complexity, based upon the flexibility that it is providing. So, in short, the flexibility that it provides doesn't compromise on the rich feature set that we are providing here. So I have shown you three modules, but in addition to that, like we have time tracking, we have time sheets, we have a recruitment process, we have resume management, we have leave management, expense trackers, appraisals, trainings, attendances. There are a lot more. There are a lot of these things. And in addition to this, we have the general features that um, any web-based system would have, like where you can manage the user preferences, you can provide the access control of who can see what, and all those things. And also the another important application that we have integrated into this is a chat application. So many companies may want to communicate with other employee. They want an employee communication system, and just to avoid the complexity of installing something, what people do is they resort to the Google chats and Yahoo chats. But the security of the data is lost, and in some cases what happens is you have a problem that employees might be communicating sensitive data outside. So what we have done is, like we have provided an integration into the chat application, so you can actually like look at whoever is online, and then the person can chat with them. We are also exploring the option of providing group chats, so that all the informal conversations can actually happen in the group chats. So that will come at a later stage, but this is what we have in the system. Actually, the other thing, like we are trying to create a lot of reports also, just to uh, not just for meeting with the statutory compliance, but also to help the HR departments in companies, or even the HR operations to plan their stuff well, and also to do analytics reporting on the performance of the HR, and all these things. So in short, I just want to summarize my entire description of this particular system as this particular system will solve your entire HR needs. There is nothing that you need more from the system to manage your HR needs. And not just HR, in some cases, like it links to your other systems, like your accounting system, and also to any other sales or purchasing systems, if there are certain goals that are set for sales people or purchase people. So even to the, I mean, this has interfaces to those where you can pull out the data from those. Okay. uh, with that in mind, um, this is the system. More details can be found at our website, and also we are planning on creating detailed tutorials for every module, so that that could be helpful in understanding the details of the system. Thank you.